1989 Mazda Miata. So I worked on this one, charged it back in 4/13 of 21, and that's the sticker from AC Extends, not Tracer dye. That's the other dye I use, if you want to know. And back then I recommended to them that the hoses had a slow leak in them. They just replaced the hoses. They were able to get one hose brand new, one rebuilt. The fittings cut off and braze on a new piece of hose. They did not change the receiver dryer. And if you look real carefully here, let's see if I can zero in, get focused. Come on, Apple, you can do it. There we go. If you look at the inside of the sight glass, it should be shiny and crystal clear, but it's dirty, it's brown, has little specks of debris on it. And I told them the compressor has overheated from the previous run time of running low. Change that, blow through the condenser into some white tissue paper backwards as you're changing the compressor to see if there's a lot of debris in the condenser, because you would replace this condenser. You would not flush it out. This is a serpentine condenser. You don't flush them out, you replace them. They kept the old compressor, just replaced the hoses, didn't do the dryer. I'm pulling down vacuum now, and I already did a high pressure nitrogen decay test, and it held no problem at all, because after somebody works on it, I'm definitely always leery of pinching O-rings and stuff like that, especially when somebody rebuilds a hose where they braze it, sometimes leaks. So I did high pressure, now I'm doing low pressure, and this shoots over 1,000. You can see it's down to 300 microns, and it will go over 1,000 really fast. And well, it'll level out a while. Well, I guess I've had it another, it's not going up to 1,000 now. Okay, it's coming down slowly. But they didn't change the receiver dryer, that's too bad. Oh, history fact. What do you see up here? Look at that sign. Humpmobile. Okay, so the Humpmobile, this shop has been around 100 years this year, since 1923. It's 2023. This was the owner, who is as old as me, maybe a year or two old, a couple years older. This was his grandfather's original shop, and this is the back side of the original building, and then he built this on later. And so the owner is the grandchild of the grandfather who started this business. And as you can see, it still looks like the 1970s here at least. And some stuff is from the 60s, some stuff is older. Look at these old suckers. I mean, I was probably not born when that was manufactured. And so yeah, this was a 100-year-old building, and he said the Humpmobile went out of style and went out back in the 1930s. And looks like they had a heady, look at that heavy pulley right there. You see that big beam? You have a pulley right there. You can pull engines on it. It used to be, that was the kind of, would be the material or leather straps going to a motor to do the winding to make that move back and forth. Old school. So back to Miata. Yeah, that's it. If you look at the condenser, a little beat up, a little old, a little oxidized, and should work. As you see, original old R12, but there's no room to put, if I put on the specialty service caps on there, there will be no room to put a fitting from here to the intake manifold, gets in the way. And those little 45-degree angle stupid retrofit fittings, they often leak, or are a cause of the leaks and failures later on. The stupid retrofit caps that the EPAs said you have to put on, they're the cause of more leaks sometimes than the systems themselves. It was a stupid idea. And we're going to have the new SNAP program, SNAP, alternative refrigerants that are going to be allowed. And how are they going to put unique fittings on there, and the labeling? Those rules, regulations are never followed. We get contaminated mixed gas. It's just going to be a shit show all over again. But that's another topic for another issue with the EPA concessions to lobbyists who hand them money hand over fist. Chemical companies. All right, so let's get the show on the road and fill her up.